Welcome to this week's nPower League 2 preview, where we look ahead to all the weekend action. We start with leaders Southend, who face a tough match against 5th place Shrewsbury at Roots Hall. 3 wins and a draw from their last 4 matches has seen Paul Sturrock's side move above Crawley back to the top. And last week they won 5-2 at Northampton. Mosley Bellel and Liam Dickinson both scored twice as the Shrimpers passed the 50-point mark. Shrewsbury beat Gillingham last weekend, their first win in 4 league matches. Striker James Collins hopes to keep his place in the side, having impressed alongside Marvin Morgan last week. Collins, though, hasn't scored since the 7-2 win at Northampton back in November. Victory for the Shrews could lift them above Swindon into 3rd. Crawley travel to Plymouth as they look to regain top spot. Steve Evans' side were held 0-0 last week against struggling Bristol Rovers, their 2nd consecutive league draw. Crawley won 2-0 when the sides met earlier in the season, thanks to 2 Matt Tubbs goals. Plymouth moved off the foot of the table last week with a 2-1 win over Burton. Simon Walton scored twice, with the winner coming in the 89th minute. Manager Carl Fletcher is looking forward to working with a new coach at the club as he tries to preserve their Football League future. A 2nd win in a row for Argyle could be enough to lift them out of the bottom 2. Oxford are 6th, one of 3 teams on 41 points. Defeat at home to Crewe last week was their first loss in 7 games. They play struggling Hereford at the Kassam Stadium, with the Bulls only 4 points clear of the drop zone. Hereford made it 2 wins out of 3, with a single Jonar Keane goal was enough to take the points at fellow strugglers Dagenham last week. The sides drew 2 all earlier in the season. If Hereford could get another win, they could go up to 17th. Elsewhere in League 2, Aldershot play Accrington. Burton, with just 1 point out of 12, go to Bradford. Bristol Rovers named Mark McGee as their new manager on Wednesday, as replacement for Paul Buckle, who was sacked on the 3rd of January. McGee has been out of work since leaving Aberdeen just over a year ago, and his first match sees Rovers go to high-flying Cheltenham. Dagenham were thrashed 5-0 by Millwall in their FA Cup replay midweek. They go to Crewe. Gillingham play AFC Wimbledon at Priestfield, and Torquay make the long journey to Morecambe. Bottom side Northampton play Barnet, who themselves are only 5 points above the drop zone. Rotherham meet Port Vale at the Don Valley Stadium, and Swindon, with just 1 defeat in 21 League and Cup games, are at home to Macclesfield. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all the latest from your club on Player. There's exclusive content, extended video highlights of every match, and live audio commentary on match days.